Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I was away for some time, but I am back now, and we're going to switch things up today. Today, we're going to be solving chess puzzles, and we're going to be analyzing them so that we make sure that we don't miss anything. And even though we might miss something, this is how we learn, and this is how we improve. Instead of just mindlessly playing bullets and blitz, we're going to take random puzzles and analyze them thoroughly. Here we go. Let's see. And chess.com is nice enough to give us a hint. So, it says checkmate is coming. Do you see the way to win? Well, let's see. This bishop is cutting off this square. I have a queen that is probably the other piece that can become active. So, I would imagine the queen would come to h5 and potentially f7. I can play queen h5 check. There are no blocks. So, the king has two options. If I play queen h5 check, the king can either go here or here. If I play queen h5 and the king goes here, then queen f7 is mate. So the computer will probably play king d7. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yep. All right. Hi, Promote. We are here analyzing this puzzle. We're doing puzzles today. So, chess.com is saying, checkmate is coming. Do you see the way to win? And what I'm saying is, I have a bishop eyeing f7, and a queen that can also go to h5, and potentially f7. So, if I play queen h5 check, and we have king e7, queen f7 is mate. But if the king goes to d7, now it might not be so clear. So then what do? If I play queen f7 now, either the queen or the bishop can block. So with the king on d7, I will play queen f5 check. And if the king goes back to here, this will be mate. If the king goes back to here, this will be mate. So I think we have solved this puzzle. We will see. We have queen h5 check. Of course, king d7 is the more resilient try. We will not go here and allow them to block. We will go here instead, where there's nothing that can block. And this is mate. And we have solved the first puzzle. And this is why you subscribe to my channel. Alright, on to the next puzzle. How safe is my king? It's got a lot of space, so this rook is cutting off 3 squares, which is good. This rook is under attack twice, which is also something to consider. This queen is just obnoxious. It is kind of out of the game because of this pawn. So we do have some time. I don't know what I want to do because I could technically take twice here, but then the king will just be open, right? Let's see. I would like to play rook here checkmate, but there's 2 rooks defending. So maybe maybe I can take with the bishop, and then this threatens this. So I would imagine takes. Wait, takes. I take with check. The king can come out. Ideally, we don't want the king to come out. So this is tough. I do have an escape square. I don't want to give up a rook, so maybe I can start with this and see where it goes. Okay. Because I kept in mind that when this queen does decide to check me, once I go back here, the queen does not have queen e5 check because the bishop guards that and the rook guards that. So for two reasons, we are not getting perpetual checked. I go. Now I have to consider both piece blocks don't make any sense because the queen will just pick them up. So I think the only real option is king h2. Okay. Now I don't see why I wouldn't pick up this rook, so let's take this rook. And we didn't checkmate the king, but we do have significant material, so we should be able to win the game. And we go on. Alright. What is the next puzzle? Your opponent is close to promotion. What is the next move? I'm playing white. Okay. So this knight is obviously going to guard these pawns. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 if I'm not interrupted. I can't go here because the knight is guarding there. I do want to kind of wall out this knight. So if I go here, the knight can't go here or here. The knight would have to either go here, and if I'm here, it can't even check me. So I kind of like this move a lot. I go here and try to walk this up 3 times. The king will go here, have to step out the way. That's 2 moves, and take 5 moves to make a queen. So I think that's the right way to go. Let's try to go here. I could take this pawn, but then the knight has access to try to bother me. So I think I just want to keep it simple. I don't really care about this pawn. I want to try to go here and try to make a queen. So we're going to keep going if we can. This knight is not doing anything. I make a queen. And there you go. We solved the puzzle. Oh, is that Kwame? Wait, Kwame, are you watching the chat? That's funny. I decided to wear my squid cap today. I went to Six Flags and I got this hat. So I was just like, why not just use it on my stream? And today I'm deciding, instead of just playing a lot of fast-paced games, I'm gonna break down the puzzle so that we can understand what's going on. Anyway, let's see what we're doing. Okay, my king is in check. Let's see, can I play the right defensive move? If I go anywhere on this file, the bishop can move and have a discover check, but since this is a light squared bishop, this will never be able to pick up my queen. It can pick up my rook anytime it wants, so I'll just keep that in mind. If I go here, there's like another check, and then I'll have to move again. So this is tough. Let's see. I don't see a reason to go here. It's not like if he takes this with if he takes this rook, I'm gonna be in check and I don't have anything to block, so this is kind of a wasted move. If I go here, this queen check will be mate. Let's see, what about going here? Maybe if I can kind of escape here, then I have a rook to block. So I don't see a reason to go here. Even here is just kind of a wasted move. This is really the only move that makes sense, so I'm gonna go here. Okay. So queen check. I can't go here, 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 or here. I can go here or here. Okay. So if I go here, he's got this check too. And I'm getting away from like the safe haven, so I don't really like that. So maybe I want to go like here. Let's see, if I go here and here, he can go there. And I'm trying to prove that it's dangerous. Let's see. What happens if I go here? Does he have another check? If he does, I can block with the rook. So let's say if I go here and he has this check, I can go here. And this queen is defending this rook, so he can't pick this up. And I'm just trying to escape to this area, so I'm gonna go over here. Actually, wait, if I go here, there's a problem where this pawn is forking my king and queen. So I do have to consider that. Yeah, I don't want to lose my queen, so I think I have to rule out that option. So let's see. This is almost like Sudoku, right? I only have 2 options and one of them loses my queen, so I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna go. Wait. Yeah. I have these. Let's see, these 2 squares, right? This one's losing my queen, and this one is the only other option, so I'm gonna go here. All right. I got that wrong. Let me go into an analysis and see where I went wrong. I want to see where I went wrong. See, we don't get everything right on this channel. So maybe I had some kind of counterplay. I think I miscalculated that. Let's see. Alright, check. I wanted to escape to this area. This is the idea. So this fork doesn't really do anything, but because I miscalculated that if he does here, I have actually 2 defenders because the king is a defender. So by going here, what is the issue? The issue is I'm getting mated. This is not the scary move. It's actually this move. And after here, we have bishop f5 check. And the king has no square, so I'm gonna have to block with the rook, and then I'm losing material. So that's the problem. Alright. Let's go back to the other page. And let's go on. Alright, checkmate is coming. Do you see the way to win? I can sacrifice the rook, king takes, queen h6 check, and when the king moves back, queen h2 is mate. And I don't think I see anything else, because even if the bishop comes to block, I'll take the bishop, and this square is still blocked by the knight. So I can sack the rook, queen check, the bishop blocks, I take it, the king can't go here, and this is checkmate. Alright. Hey! Yeah, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoy this content. I'm wearing my squid hat from Six Flags. I went on Sunday, so hope you like the hat too. And we're analyzing puzzles. I like the Super Meat Boy emoji. I like playing that game too, actually. Let's see. Where are we? So we both have a knight, we both have 2 rooks, and we both have a queen. My queen is under attack. If I play this right, I can win material. I do notice that this knight is eyeing the square, and that would eye the rook and the queen, so I could potentially sack the queen here. King takes, and then knight takes would fork the king and the queen. And if I do this, the king has to take the queen. And for that, I would win a rook and a queen for a queen and a knight, and we're both equal material, so that would be a good exchange. Okay. Not sure. I think when I get the chance, I'll set up vertical streaming for the video. Also, I'm gonna be posting this video on YouTube later on, so you can also watch it there as well. But yeah, let me know. I'm not sure if it's on my end that's causing the lag. Maybe I'll get more feedback from other people as well. Alright, but I think that should be the solution to the puzzle. I'm gonna take this rook, sacking my queen, because I'm gonna fork this queen. Oh yeah, no worries, yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Alright. Alright, look closely. The winning move is ready to play. Oh, thank you. Alright. We both have 2 knights. He has an extra bishop, so I do have to do something about that. The king is cut off here and here. So the king is a little bit squished. This rook is defending this pawn, which I can thrust. So actually this is cut off, this is cut off. I think this is mate, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that's just mate. Alright, that's pretty simple. Do you see a way to win my rook? Let's see. I do not. We both have a knight. I have an extra bishop. The king can't go here or here. I can't take this pawn. It's defended twice. I do have a check, and the rook can't block because this is guarded by this. And if I come here, this is gonna block here. My knight is really out of the game. Maybe he's just defending against this queen giving me checks. So I don't think this knight is part of the attack, unless somehow the king can't even go here because this pawn is blocking this. So I can't even like jump in my knight to try to check the king. I think it's really just my bishop and my queen. So I go here, giving a check. Maybe if the king goes here, I can throw in another check. Quality thunderstorm outside right now. Yeah, it is really hot today, so I would imagine with the fronts, it's gonna cause a thunderstorm. Yeah, no, it's too hot to be outside today. It's like almost 100 degrees. It's crazy. Alright, the king can't go here. Can't go here. So I'll say check. King goes here. Check. King goes here. I'm not sure actually. Like I'm having trouble calculating more than if I have the bishop here though, the queen can eventually go here, and the king cannot escape in this direction. So I think that's the right way to go. Let's just try this. Oh, the king does go here. So I can try bishop here. So if the king tries to escape, I go here, and the king can't go there. And so if I go here, and maybe the rook will try to block. So the rook will go here. Then I can try to bring the queen in here, and just try to fork the rook and the king. I think this black is just responding to threats, right? So the king cannot escape yet with this move. Maybe. What did I miss? Let's see. Maybe we could try again. I'm gonna try to think of another move instead of just going straight to analysis. Is there a more forcing move? I mean, I could attack the rook and they would have to respond. Because if I'm attacking the rook has to move. The king can't come back to defend. And then I have this check. I could try that. Yeah, and then I just win the rook, right? And I just move out the way. I can't bring my bishop back or my knight back because this is attacked twice, so I'm just gonna move out the way. Alright, I mean I got that wrong, but it's okay. Gotta write the second time. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Put pressure on my king to capitalize on your advantage. I think I heard a thunderbolt right just now. But I have the headphones on, so it wasn't as loud. Okay. We both have 2 rooks and a bishop. I would like to go here and here for checkmate. That would be nice. Maybe if I go here, just threatening it, he might push his pawn to give space, and I'll push my pawn to block in the king. So maybe if he doesn't do that, he can also block with his rook, and then I'll just take and be up the exchange. So I think that's the way to go. Yeah, like I said, he'll push this pawn. I'm gonna push this pawn to wall in the king and threaten checkmate again. And now he's just sacrificing material. Yeah, so this is threatening checkmate over here. The bishop is guarding the square. Alright. I'll be in trouble if you capture my queen. The queen is guarded by the king right now, so I have to somehow check the king if I want to win the queen. I don't have pawns to fork the queen and king. So right now the king doesn't have these 3 squares, it doesn't have this square. I could potentially like play rook check and pick up the queen if the king ever comes to this diagonal. Can't come here yet because the queen is guarding. Also, my queen is under attack, so I might want to move with check. The rook can't give a check, so it's got to be the queen. So I can give this check. I can give this check if the queen guards is guarded by this pawn. I also have this check, which the queen can't guard because then I'll sack the rook, and when the king takes, I'll take the queen for free. Alright, yeah. I'll be on for some time. Yeah, I'll try to make this a longer stream. Yeah, we can chat more when you come back. Let's see. I do like this check because if the king goes here, then I can pick up the queen with the rook here. If the queen blocks, I give up the rook like this. And if the king goes here, I can come here, and then maybe the rook might block. And then I have like another check. I kind of like this move. Alright, this is one of the scenarios I was saying. So now that the queen is here, rook check, and I pick up the queen. Now, I didn't analyze everything, so I do want to actually take a step back and analyze it, because this is how we get puzzles wrong. When we miss one of the lines and the computer refutes it. Alright, I just want to see. Oh yeah, that sounds terrible. Yeah, if the station is too hot. Yeah. Especially underground. Let's see. Oh, then I come here. If the king comes here. Then this is me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this. Think about checkmate. Um, the bishop is guarding the square. The queen is guarding here. And the queen and the bishop are guarding there. I don't have control of this square yet. But, and I gotta keep track of the sneaky bishop. Because even if I go here, the bishop can guard. Alright, lots to consider here. My rook is kind of out of the game. I'm not going to be able to push this pawn either. So somehow I have to use the queen and the bishop to checkmate the king. I'm thinking bishop check. And when the king comes here, the king can't go back because the bishop is guarding this. So the king is kind of boxed into these squares. So once the bishop goes here and the king goes here, this should be checkmate. Oh, I didn't even think of that. The king goes there. But yeah, this is checkmate as well. Here and here is checkmate. Oh yeah. I didn't even know it was gonna rain today, to be honest. That's crazy. Yeah. That's annoying. It's hot and raining, that's crazy. Yeah, this weather's been like the other day, the past few days have been nice, and then all of a sudden it's like this. This summer is very unpredictable. My knight is vulnerable. Do you see a way to win it? I do, but it's not that simple. If I go here, and let's say the king's only move is here. I do take this with check, so that kind of helps. I'm just worried about this promotion, but so here, the king has to go here. I take this with check. Let's say the king goes here to defend. I have to somehow still stop these two. I think that's okay because I go here, here, I take this with check, the king goes here, and I want to somehow like win the rook. I think that's the only way because like why would I not pick up the knight if I can with check? Here, I take the knight with check. Now I could actually sack. Could I sack? No, I can't. I was gonna sack the queen, but then the rook comes back, and then let's say I sack here. Rook comes back. Rook can't come this way. Rook comes back here, stops my promotion. I could come here and then block. And I think I'm good. No? See, it's not that easy. Wait, what did I do wrong? Is there a way to pick up the rook? Maybe I could like try to punch. Interesting. takes the check. I take. And he makes a queen. And what happens? Queen f2 check. Queen d6 check. King b5. King b5. Queen e5 check. King a6. And I guess at some point, I'm gonna trade the queens. So if I go here, take, and I'm gonna be able to promote these pawns. So if he comes here, g4. So let's say he takes. I come here. If he comes here, I can actually take this. And if king d4, I'm walling out the king. So the king can't come forward. If the king goes down to try to pick up the pawn, I can come back up. He can't go down. So let's say he goes back up to try to block this square. I can play e5, and then we can shoulder the king like this. So we go here, and I'm shouldering the king. So as the king comes forward, and now this is like a red carpet. So if he goes here, he can't stop this promotion of the queen. Okay. Yeah. I'll see what I can do about mobile on Twitch. I know there's vertical streaming, so I could look into that. Let's see. Alright, moving on. That was good analysis. Alright. My bishop is vulnerable. Do you see a way to win it? We both have equal material. The bishop is guarded, so I would probably have to check the king somehow. This rook seems kind of vulnerable. I don't see how my knight comes into the game. Let's say I go here, and then what squares does the rook doesn't have a lot of squares. So if I push this pawn, the rook can't come here, can't come here. It can go here, but then if I take and he takes, then I can pin the bishop to the king, and he can't protect it with the pawn because this pawn's already thrusted forward. I think that's the right way to go. So I come here, I force the trade of rooks. I take, he takes. I take, he takes. Even if he guarded with the queen, I can play knight f7, and that puts two attackers on the bishop. The pawn can't be pushed because this pawn will take. So takes. Now, I don't know if it matters. This queen is attacking this pawn, so I don't want to just go here lazily. I want to play the right move and go here. And I pick up the bishop. Okay. This is your chance to shine. Calculate checkmate. Alright. I want to come here and here. But of course, on the other side, there's a queen ready to check me. And then if I come here, it can check me again. Come back here and check me. I can just run. Maybe. I can either go here or here. This is a check. The king can go there. And if I try to go here, the rook can block. Whereas if I go here, the rook can't guard these squares because the rook is guarding. And if the rook tries to guard so that these rooks are disconnected, I can ignore and go here. Maybe, wait. I go here. Let's say the rook guards. I can play check. He might go back. I might be able to sack this rook. Anything? Let's see. I want to go here. I wanted to go there, but I don't think it works. Wait. Can I sack my rook here? I think I could. I could have just sacked the rook. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And now, okay, so let's go over what the issue was. I saw an issue there. And why that didn't work. So if I go here, right? I'm threatening mate, but it's not that simple. Because let's say he plays rook e2. And let's say I'm like, okay, so what? I take. Now this rook is not defended and he can take this with check. So my rook is getting distracted and trying to go for mate. And if I try to go for back rank, if he takes, this would be mate. Because if he blocks again, this is mate. But he's not going to do that. If I go here, he's going to block with this rook. So if I take this rook, this is not mate. And it's just equal. So that's why this doesn't work. Where if I sack this rook, now if he guards, this comes with check. So no matter where the king goes, I'm going to have a check and I checkmate the king. Alright. Let's see, white to move. Can I find a way to win a bishop? I could thrust this forward. He can play en passant. I can take this with check. His only way to guard the bishop is to go here. I can play this check, and then he can't guard, and then I take the bishop. I think that's it. So here, en passant. Knight takes, forking the king and the bishop. Rook checks, the king has to move, and I take the bishop. Alright, my king is vulnerable. Can you find the right moves? This knight is guarding here. I don't want to really sack the queen. I don't really see, if I sack here, he can get out the way, and then there's really not much. There's a knight fork, but he's got two defenders, so that doesn't quite work. I can go here. I can go here because then he can't take, because then this rook is pinning this pawn, and I'm just threatening mate. He doesn't have a good check, so I don't see a way for him to defend. Maybe if I go here, he might move his king out the way. But if I go here, and he goes here, this knight is still guarding the square, so queen h8 would be mate. Okay, we go here. Okay, and he just gives up the queen. I can take the queen because this is still pinned by the pawn. But let's go back just to show. So he went here. This is a mistake. Because I go here, threatening checkmate. If the king tries to run away, I have queen h7 check, and if the king f8, queen h8 is mate because the king cannot come here. The theme of this puzzle is promoting your passed pawn. That's kind of hard because the king is blocking it. So I have to try to figure that out. I probably have to keep a rook on the board because if I just take twice, takes, this king is going to stop this pawn. Unless it's not this pawn, if it's this pawn. But even then, this pawn is guarding this, so I'm trying to figure that out. See, the question is which passed pawn. His pawns aren't really going anywhere here. I know that usually in puzzles, it is a good idea to simplify, because then you don't have to worry about your opponent's moves if they don't have any pieces. So if I do take twice, takes, and the king is here, I could push this pawn. These two can go together, and the king cannot stop both of these pawns. And he has no counterplay over here. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do, because I don't really see anything else. So let's take twice. Let's take twice and then play f5, intending to go here and here. King cannot stop both pawns. So I go here, king takes, and this pawn promotes. Alright, I'm down a lot of material, so I'm assuming this will be checkmate. Checkmate is hiding in plain sight. I have this check. Yeah, I don't want to sacrifice the rook. So I have this check because the bishop is guarding this pawn. And then when the king goes back, I have like a bunch of discovered checks. So I can like play rook anywhere, but then maybe the pawn will block this bishop. So maybe I want to take this pawn after the king is on h1. Also, this pawn might be annoying too. I think the first move is definitely rook takes pawn. Now the question is, where does the rook go? So I can move the rook anywhere, and this bishop will be eyeing the king. Now the question is... Oh, I see. Wait. I can prevent both of these pawn moves by playing double check. So if I play rook h2, the rook is guarded by the bishop, and the bishop is eyeing the king. So the king has to move. The king will go to here, and then this will be mate. So then king has to go here, and this is mate. Can you find a way to win material for me? He's got this pawn move here. I go here. And then he's got this check. So yeah, that might be a threat. I don't have back time because he has left here. I'm gonna just go there. Now, I do have rook here, which is guarded by the knight. And I guess if he checks me with his pawn, I just take with the queen, so that he doesn't have any checks with the rook. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think he doesn't have another check with the queen. But here, I can't take with the king because then rook checks, and then the queen will walk away. So let's just take here. And I take the queen. Do you see a way to win the game? I'm down 2 rooks, so I probably have to checkmate. I'm down too much material to just try to trade. Let's see. I could play queen h5, setting up a discovered attack. Setting up maybe if it was just my moves, queen h5, bishop e6, and when the king goes back here, queen e7 is mate, bishop is guarding the square. Now can he do anything about that? If I go here, and he plays check, I can come back here, he can't go check because the queen will be guarding the square. I don't really see a way out. I don't see a way out of that. I think this is deadly. Maybe the computer proved me wrong. We'll see where I went wrong. Let's go to analysis. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I had the right idea. Maybe I was supposed to play knight check. Because with check, that just limits his options, right? So let's say he plays this. I'm thinking maybe knight check now. Knight check. The king's only move is here. Knight check. The king's only option is here. Queen check. The king has to go here. And then this is a nice checkmate. Now that's simple. Let's just see why my move wasn't winning as well. So queen here. Queen c1 check. Oh, so I missed this check. This check wouldn't work. Because after here, even this is not losing. Because he just goes here. And he makes an escape. Wow. So there's two reasons why that didn't work. Alright. Yeah, it's good to check for checks, because those are the most forcing moves. So right now I have a check. Yeah, right now this is blocked in, this is boxed in. The king has access to the square, so my first guess would be bishop to a3 check. Bishop, let's say bishop a3 check. The king can't go here or here or here, so the only option would be king to b1, attacking the knight. Then I can come queen check. Oh, hi. Welcome to my stream. I'm here solving chess puzzles. Why is the chessboard squished? Is it not like a square? It might be because I'm fitting it into this window. I'll probably look into that after the stream if it's not proportioned right. Yeah, I think it's because of my overlay, which I do plan on changing soon. Yeah, I had to change some proportions so it could fit properly in the window. But it's slightly squished. But thank you for the feedback. I appreciate any feedback so I can fix it. But okay. I'm down material, so I want to try to checkmate the king. I have this check. The king will go here. I can try to sack the rook. I mean the knight, and the king go in his corner. No, I'm not an affiliate. I'm not an affiliate. Thank you for following me. I'm not an affiliate yet. I'm trying to get there. I'm a new streamer. No, I'm not an affiliate, but you know, hopefully if I get enough followers, I'll get there. Yeah, I'm not an affiliate. I think I need like at least 25 followers in order to become an affiliate. I do have a YouTube channel as well, just to promote some of my videos. Anyway, I don't really see another plan besides this check, so I'm gonna come here and give this check. This check, queen check, king takes. And if I come here, I'm threatening mate. I'm just trying to calculate the counterplay. He's got queen check. Maybe if I come here, I don't know. This is tricky. Unless I do everything with tempo. I'm trying to mate here, but I guess if I come here, the queen doesn't have a check anymore. So then I can come here and check, and then when the king comes back, this is mate. Yeah, so I come here, and then once I come here, then the knight comes back. That's another thing. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. So here, what about knight going back? And then I come here, still threatening mate, blocking the square, so I think that's okay. No? Is this not the right move? What do you think? I'm thinking queen check. Queen check, knight has to block, otherwise queen here is mate. And then queen takes. But then, and he doesn't have rook here because the bishop's guarding the square. That's what I'm thinking. I'm running low on material. I think this is the way to go. I don't see another plan. Here, I take this pawn. I'm also threatening rook too. And the queen can check because I was taking. Alright, there we go. That was a tough puzzle. Alright. How to win my rook? I'll win my rook to win the puzzle. I can go here, and then the rook can't take because then I check and I win the rook. Yeah, so I think I already recognize this pattern, so I'm gonna go here. And I'm threatening this motion, so the rook has to take and come here and I win the rook. This is your time to sign. Find the checkmate. I want to go knight g5 and queen h7 mate. He can't really push a pawn because this is still checkmate. Is there any way to stop that? I mean, this rook is out of the game. Oh yeah, I'll follow you too. Yeah, knight g5. Knight g5 and queen. I don't see a way to stop that. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'll probably take with the pawn just so I can keep this threat. Because he doesn't have another check too, so just take with the pawn. That's simple enough. Yeah, exactly. Take with the pawn. Just to keep the threat. You're close to checkmate. The king can't go here. I have this check. And if the king goes here, I have this check, but then the king escapes. Yeah, rook. Let's say rook check. And then the king can't use any of these squares, so the king has to go here. So let's say pawn. Let's see. Maybe. I think I start with rook check. No? Or bishop here and then rook? Is that it? Preventing the king from escaping? If I go bishop here, how does the king escape this check? Right? Bishop here. Bishop here is blocking this square. The pawn is guarding here. He does have a check though. If I go here, knight, rook check. So that is a problem. Right here, rook check, and I'm not sure what's going on. And then he could take this pawn with the bishop. So checks are the most forcing, so I'll just look at that line just in case. Check. King g2. Let's say check. The king has to go to f3. Then I have knight takes d4, check. And I think that's mate. Oh yeah, that happens to me too. I think this is the right way to go. Check, king g2, check, king f3, and knight takes d4 is checkmate. Let's do that. Check. Bishop h3, king f3 is forced. Or if he goes back, I'm gonna play. Let's say we consider that line too. If I go here and he goes back, bishop here will also be checkmate. So we have this check, and then knight takes d4 is mate. Yeah, no, that's rough. 6 a.m. to 6 a.m.? That's crazy. Thanks. Yeah, it's always good to check for the checks because those are the most forcing lines. Calculate and win my rook. This bishop is guarding this knight, so I'm inclined to play queen h3 check. This is my first candidate move. So let's say queen h3 check. I'm not sure how the winning the rook will come into play. I'm probably not checkmating the king. So queen h3. This is guarded, so king. Okay. If I play queen h3, king g1 is the only move. Then I have a discovered attack with the bishop. So I can play like knight check and win the rook. But is material equal? He's up a rook. He's up the exchange, right? So yeah. I'll probably have to moderate that. Yeah, I'm not looking for followers that way. Let's see. Yeah, viewer stream boo. Let's see. Yeah, viewerstreamboo.com. Alright. I think I blocked it. Yeah, okay, I blocked it. Thanks. Okay, I think this is it. I mean, my queen's under attack too, so I'm going to play this check. I have a discovered attack. So if I play knight d3 check, the nice part about it is that it does block the queen's view. So when the rook blocks, I could just take with check for free. So let's say I go here. If the king moves out the way, I just take the rook for free. So I think this is the right check. And then I can take this rook for free. Alright. Oops, that's a blunder by me. Can you find out how to win my knight? I can take this, and if he takes back, I have a check. And he doesn't have a check here because this is guarded by the bishop. So takes, rook check, and I win a knight. Unless I'm missing something. He doesn't have like a knight check or anything in between. I don't think he has another option. I also have this check, but then knight blocks and I'm not winning anything. So I think I take this, and then I check, and I win the knight. Finishes off with a checkmate. I have rook. Oh, thanks. 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 I hope so. Sack queen. Yes. Okay. Queen sack, rook takes, and after the rook blocks, rook here is mate. and if I go here and king goes out the way, I have 2 attackers on this, and I just back rank checkmate. You're right. Here, here, and then this is mate. Yeah, good job. Let's see. This puzzle has a fun idea. Can you solve it? I mean, I don't think I have a choice. The rook is blocking this whole file, and I'm under check. I don't want to guard because then he just takes for free. So I think I'm going here. If he was to check me, then I take the knight. So I think I have to start with the king move. Now I don't want to lose my queen, so I would take with the pawn. Right? Because I don't see why not. Okay. And my knight is under attack with the queen. Yeah, I'm good at speed chess, but I'm still working on I've been streaming for like a few weeks, but not consistently. Like I took 2 weeks off. This is probably like my 10th stream, something like that. I mostly stream like Blitz and Bullets games, but I decided, yeah, I was mostly streaming Blitz and Bullet, but I decided I wasn't really connecting with my audience as much. So I decided maybe it'd be better if I did puzzles. At least I'll start there. Because like with puzzles, I can pause at any time and chat with the viewers. And then they can also get an understanding of what's going on. So I think this is better than playing like Blitz or Bullet. So maybe I'll start doing more puzzles. Especially since I have the since I'm paying for the premium on chess.com and I have unlimited puzzles, I might as well use it. Let's see. Let's go on. Yeah, this knight I can't guard here because the rook takes, or here or there. Let's see. Yeah, what do I do here? This is interesting. What if I went here? If I went here, if knight takes, I take the rook. Right? If I go here, if knight takes, I take the rook with check, and then I take this rook. You can't go here because the queen blocks. I think I have to play knight here. It's an interesting idea. If rook takes... What if rook takes? I don't know. It looks interesting. Like if rook takes, I can come here, attacking the knight and the rook. If he guards it, I push the pawn, the knight moves, and I take the rook. Oh, thanks. Thanks for joining my stream. Yeah. Oh, I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna go here. I don't know. It was an interesting idea. Yeah. Next time. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I couldn't figure out any other idea. Well, I'll analyze it. Let's see. What was the idea? Let's see. Rook c6. Oh, that's simple. Rook c6 is guarding. So just keep it simple. Rook c6, and he can't take this. Yeah, I was like literally one move away. That's okay. Alright. I could win the rook, but it might not be that simple. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at chess, but I'm pretty careless too, so I think this is also good for me. Like, I can be careless and just, like, waste opportunities. Let's see. We both have 2 rooks, we both have a minor piece. I don't know, this feels deceptive. Like, what's wrong with just winning this rook? I don't see a check here. No, this has, he's got a check. I go here, here, but then he checks me. I move out the way, this rook is defended. But I think that's it then, right? Well, then this queen will be here, and then he's got this diagonal too. But then I block with the knight? I'm gonna take the rook. Let's say I take this. I come here. I don't really see a follow-up. Like, I come here, if he checks me, I block with the knight. I think I'm okay. Alright. I blundered. You can win a rook for me. Let's see. I have a rook and he has 2 rooks. I'm not really a big fan. I can take his queen. He probably has to take my queen. Right? I think he does. If I take here, he could take here, and I don't see a check. But then I could take his rook with check, and if he takes mine, then I take his pawn and I'm up 2 minor pieces. This knight is kind of under attack. So if I take here and he takes here, I take the rook with check. And if I take here and he takes here, I sack my queen and I get two rooks for a queen. If I take here, then he takes my queen for free because the knight is pinned by this rook. So that would be a bad move. Queen takes queen. Now I sack my queen. Because also if I move the queen out the way, he's got 2 attackers on this knight. So he's going to take this knight with check. So I have to sack the queen. And then I take the rook. I have this nice bishop here. So I can sack the queen. The king has to take. I can play queen h4 check. This is a... and then I'm opening up this bishop. So sack the queen, king takes, rook check. This pawn is pinned. No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's okay. Let me redo. I'll show you. I sack the queen. I come here. This pawn is pinned by this bishop, and then I come here and checkmate the king. Wait, this is checkmate. I had the right idea. It's okay. I'm not really worried about the rating. Yeah, butterfingers. Let's see. I take this with check. King goes here, and then I can come in and play rook g6 check to take my bishop, and then I'll take his rook. then if he plays queen h7 check, maybe I block with the pawn. If he plays rook check, I guard with the rook. I think I can take this rook. Okay. Yeah, because he plays this check, I can guard with the pawn. So if he takes, I take with the queen, and I'm up the bishop. And if he goes here, I go here and block with the rook. Wait, I kind of want to analyze that, because I feel like, what if he does both? I need to know. I'm not really satisfied with just solving the puzzle if I don't see all the lines. So let's say I go here. Let's say he goes... What if he goes rook check? I don't even have to block with the rook, to be honest. Right? I could play... Can I just play this? I think I'm okay. But if he was to go here, I would block with the pawn. Or even king e3 according to the computer. King e3, that's not e3. King e3, and there's no good discoveries. If he goes here, I block. If he takes, I block. If he goes here, I block, and it's all good. If he goes here, I can still block, and I'm okay. Alright. Can I find a way to win the material? I mean, if I take this with check, what could be wrong with that? I'm taking a bishop with check, and then like this bishop's under attack, this knight's under attack. But if I take, he could block, but my queen is under attack, so I can't just take this immediately. Yeah, I think I don't see what's wrong with taking this bishop with check. If I take this bishop, knight forks the king and the queen, so I don't want to take like that. Maybe I want to take... I don't want to play pawn takes because my queen's under attack, so I'll play knight takes. I mean, queen takes knight, and I think that should be okay. And if he takes, I just take. Okay. Calculate, and you win my knight. I can take this. Okay, I sack the rook. He takes. I have a check. And if he goes here, I don't have this check because the knight is guarding. I don't have this check because the knight's off the guard. This knight is actually doing a really good job of defending position. But I have to do something, right? So he's got this queen check. I have this check, and if the king comes out here, I have this check, and if the king goes here, see, check, king here, check, king here, check, king here, and maybe this check. Looks good. I'll go for it. This check. This check. And maybe this check? This is what I was thinking. This check, or if he goes here, he'll go here. I'm still down material, right? So I do have to try to win more. This check. King here. This check. King here. Queen will block to try to guard the rook. But then this rook is there to Yeah, so I think I win a rook. If I go here, I'm winning the rook. The queen can't guard because this rook is guarding the square. So I'm going to win a rook. If you play right, you win material. Um, 5-minute unrated. Sure, we could do that. Why not? Let's throw in a game. Okay. French defense. I don't know the Mediterranean defense. This is 5 minutes, right? So I have to keep in mind the time. Discarding this pawn. That's a bishop g5. This is like the win hour. Maybe I come here and bishop d2. But he could just take this, right? Maybe come here. Maybe he takes this or something. I don't know the theory behind this line. Yeah, I was looking at that. Bishop d2. I have two defenders. Do I want to trade bishops is the question. To be honest, not really. Because this is like a tempo. So I want to take the tempo to play like knight f3. Maybe bishop d3. Okay, so let's say bishop to d3. A simple move. I don't want to play bishop c4 because that's just looking at this wall. It doesn't make any sense for me unless I'm gonna play d5, which will destabilize this pawn. So I'm planning the castle. This is, you know, ruined a little bit. So I have this pawn chain. I don't want to push this pawn because this will weaken the d4 pawn. So castle, castle. I want to come here, but this is guarded twice. 8-6. I mean, I wasn't really going there yet, but I wanted to. Maybe I can push if I push this twice, build up the battery, go for mate. So this bishop is still walled in, so I think I'll take advantage of that. So I think I can get away with this because I do have this backup. Backup here. Maybe I move out the way and play here and go for mate. If not, if he weakens this, I could try to attack this pawn. I don't really want to move my king side pawns. Okay. So I'm like bishop or knight. Well, this knight is guarding this pawn. So maybe I put here. So he takes with the pawn. I'll push this, so if he takes a knight, I can move anywhere in this pawn. Like 91, that's what I'm talking about. Not 91, stops my knight from coming into the game. This knight is guarding the queen, so if I come here and rook blocks, I can't win the queen. I don't like this discovery. So maybe I'll move out the way. I'm okay with trading queens if he wants to. Also, this will come with check, right? I could probably pre-move that, to be honest. Could pre-move like queen takes queen. But I'll leave that alone. There's no need to do that. And this, you know, the c3 pawn's gonna be here forever. So he does not guard against this check. So check. I take this way, he takes back. Maybe I can bring the rook to block the file. I think I'm okay with keeping it closed, actually. Yeah, I'm okay with keeping it closed. Also have knight here, check. Knight f3. But if their stepper does open up, the rook will guard this file. Knight f3. Oh, nice. I'm playing a game against somebody. Also keep in mind that we both have like a minute on the clock, so we could get into a scramble. What is the strategy? Well, okay, the king is exposed, right? Is my queen trapped? Oh my god. Wait a minute, what have I done? Did I just hang my queen? Wait. No. I might have to improvise. I think I've screwed up. Okay, no, it's 1 minute in total. I'm good at like playing bullet, but like, what have I done? This is so bad. I mean, do I even move my I hung my queen, that's crazy. I might have to leave it there, because like, what's the point? Just take it. If I win, it's from total nonsense. Okay, I might not have time to explain everything because we're running low on time. But whoever I'm playing has played a good game. Yeah, I don't deserve to win this game if I do. I think my opponent is taking too long. If he comes here, I take the queen. I take this with check. I'm threatening to take this. I'm gonna take the queen. I still take the queen. Just kind of walling in the king. So I really didn't deserve to win that game. My opponent trapped my queen, but we run low on time. Yeah, I'll take it. But I'm not proud of that game at all. We can review that game to see what I did wrong. We gotta win these games clean. Not. You can see I'm good at playing speed chess, but when it comes to good quality chess, I have to get better at that. So let's see. He played the Mediterranean defense, which I'm not familiar with. I was expecting d5. And then, like, if we wanted to go into some theory, there's like a whole thing. There's a lot of theory. Like, this would be the Blackburn defense. And the idea of this, which I don't want to go into too much, but I just want to show you, is when the knight comes out here, if I take this knight, he doesn't take with the queen, like allowing me to get a tempo with bishop g5. But the whole idea of playing knight bd7 is when a knight comes out here and I take the knight, he takes with the knight and develops the knight. But but no, we didn't do any of that. You see, you can study all these openings and it doesn't matter because he's gonna play something else because he's gonna play something else. Knight f6, it's a mistake, but it's also good because I don't know it. So I made a mistake immediately. And this is good. This reminds me of the 1 hour, which is totally different, but it's not the same. All these little things make a difference. I went here. Apparently, I had a winning move with Queen G4. Not even minding this, right? Like, because I'm threatening this rook with check. So this is, I went into something simple and not like completely winning. Let's fast forward here. Apparently, knight. Oh, okay, I missed this. Knight takes g5, and after pawn takes, queen h5 is a big threat. If he goes here, I can sack the bishop. Take, and after king h8, bishop g5 is attacking the queen. And once the queen moves, let's say the queen moves here, I do this. The king has no squares. If the rook takes, I take the queen and I win the game. So that did not happen. I didn't see that. So instead I took with the wrong piece. I played bishop takes. And I was trying to get this battery with bishop back and queen here to eye the square. I took because I didn't want this connect 4. So this bishop is not very happy looking at a wall. I open this up. He takes. I come here. The king is exposed. I went here. And then my queen's trapped. What was I supposed to do? Let's see. Queen h5 check. And at least if anything happens, like I can move out the way, right? If I do nothing, at least I'm not trapped. Anyway. Yeah, it is a very useful tool. So yeah, but you know, I can always improvise. I didn't see a point of taking the rook because either I take the rook or he takes me and I take back anyway. So I figured I might as well just develop more pieces. It's still not the best move. The computer claims that I should take it because now this pawn is kind of off sides. It's still losing either way. So it didn't really matter. I took. I went back. Then he started hanging stuff. So I took the hanging pieces. This is hanging with check. And now like the king is out in the open, so I took advantage of that. And once I won the queen, it's basically over. Anyway, I'll go back to solving puzzles. But no, it is a very useful tool. Stockfish's goat. Oh yeah, of course. I know. I remember. Yes. I did recognize your username. I was like, oh yeah, Kwame's done. Yeah, I was aware. I don't know if you heard me, but I said, oh, hey, Kwame's online when you first signed in. All right. I didn't mean to close the whole thing. Give me 1 second. I'm logging back into chess.com. I meant to close one window, not the whole thing. It's alright, I got it. Oh, there it goes. Let me just go into full screen. Yeah. This is probably one of my longest streams, actually. I'm just here chilling. It's much more relaxing than playing 1-minute games. Which I did, but like it's hard to talk to Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah. Oh yeah, so he didn't take my rook yet because the king had to move with check. Yeah, lag on the phone. I'll look into that. I think there might be a way to improve the quality on the phone. I can go here, and then he can't go there because then I'll win the queen. So if I go here, he'll probably take this pawn because I don't see why not. And the king is defending the rook, so I can come here, inch my way closer. I think that's the way to go. I'm trying to win the queen, because like it says when you if you play this right, you can win material, but I'm not really caring about winning a pawn, right? I'm trying to win the queen. Oh, thanks. Let's see. Check. I don't know. It's not that simple to win the queen. Check. He picks up my pawn. If I go here, he picks up my rook. I can come here. Like the king is actually walling out the king like this. So if I come here and here, this is actually checkmate, because the rooks will occupy these two files and the king will block these three. So the king will have no squares. Alright, so let's try that. Let's guard this pawn. Oh, I'm totally wrong, but we'll see. Let's check out why. Wait. No, I don't want the solution. Wait. I don't know what I pressed. Let me see. Anyway, I think that's finished. I think the other tab is open, but... Okay, so what was I supposed to do here? I thought like if I went here and here that was mate, but maybe I was missing something. You know what I realized is that would be true if this pawn wasn't here. So even if I went here and here, he has this square. Rook d4 check. Let's say king takes pawn. Rook c4 check. And let's say he goes here. Oh, and like I said, now I'm threatening mate. So if he does nothing, this is almost checkmate because these two files are taken. The queen will block and I'll win the queen. So I was supposed to play rook d4 check. If king takes, rook c4. If he goes back, I just pick up the queen. So the king goes back. Rook, and I can't even go here. That's brutal. Because of queen a8. Yeah, and the queen is actually okay with trading for 2 rooks. Like this is okay for white. Because white will distract me here. And by the time I pick up this pawn, he picks up my pawn. Okay, somebody wants to play me, so might as well play them. 10 minutes unrated? Sure, why not? Alright. Wish me luck, I'm playing another game against someone of random rating. I have a challenger now, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Where did the challenge go? I don't know where it went. Unless they took back the challenge. I don't know. Maybe they'll send me another challenge. I'll go back to puzzles in the meantime. Because it's harder for me to explain the moves as I'm playing the game. That's why I'm doing puzzles. Because the game can go by really fast and I don't get the chance to really explain what I'm thinking. Checkmate is hiding in plain sight. Can you see it? This is a double check. Also, if I just do a random check, he takes my queen. So this is double check, so that means the king has to move. So let's say check. The king moves here. I do want to do a double check because I don't want to trade queens because he just takes back. So I win a free knight. Now what? I can play queen check. This is guarding the knight. There's no blocker. These squares are occupied. So the king will go back here, and then queen here is mate. So here, and then this is mate. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the challenge, but okay. If anyone else challenges me, I'll take it. How to win material. I have 3 pieces. He's got 2 rooks as well. We both have a queen. This bishop is suspicious. This king is also suspicious. The bishop is cutting it off. If this bishop wasn't here, I would go here, here, and checkmate. I would like to go here, but this bishop is eyeing the square. So it's kind of difficult for my queen to get into the game. This knight has potential, but this bishop is also guarding, so like that. I can't sacrifice twice because there's 2 pawns here. So I go here, sacks, here, sack, and I didn't really accomplish anything. What about this queen? This knight is guarding this pawn. I could play queen, rook here. Queen g3 is the only move. Rook h3. And then the queen's only move after rook h3 is to play queen to b4. And after queen b4, I have knight to d3, forking the rook and the queen. I think we could try that because my queen has no mobility. It doesn't have access to any of these squares. So I can't do anything about that. I might as well attack the queen. Let's go here. Okay, I mean, there's that. I can't take with that, so I'll try to continue my idea. Okay, he just sacks the queen. But yeah, the idea of if the queen would have went there, then I would have forked, and I would have won material. Do you see a way to win my rook? No. Check. Let's see. Let's do a material count. I'm down. He's got 2 knights and I have 1 bishop. We both have 2 rooks, so I'm down material. I do have this check, but the yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have this check yet because the rook just takes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I think chess puzzles are cool. They feel more relaxed, and I get the chance to talk with yeah, I like it too because it gives you a chance to think. It's like, okay, I'm not just like just playing a game. I'm thinking with you. Like I can explain what's going on. You can try to solve it yourself, and there's no rush. You can do it at your own leisure. So, this king is also suffocating a little bit. So if I go check, the king has to go back to the back rank. I think this is the only square. I could play like, let's say I go here, king goes here, I play bishop check, and after the queen takes, then I can take this rook. Maybe. Try that here. Let's say bishop check. The king has no squares because the rook is cutting off this and the queen's cutting off this. The king has no squares. So I can throw in a free check. Throw in this check. I can't go here because the knight is guarding the square. So maybe I go here and then I pick up this rook. And I'm also threatening checkmate here. Do I see the way to win the game? Well, this is a nice check because this bishop is attacking this pawn. So I would want to play like check. The king only has this square. The queen is guarding this while also being attacked by this bishop, by the way. So I can't just play like a lazy move. So if I just play a move, then he just takes my queen. So I have here. King goes here. I can't play this because the queen guards the square. So I have to try to figure something out. I'm thinking I go here, king goes here. I sack the rook. The king can't escape because the queen is guarding the square. The king takes back, and then queen here is mate. So I go check. The king cannot go here. So I go here. The king's only move is here, and here's checkmate. Think about checkmate. I want to win the queen. That's what I want. I go here, and if he takes, I win the queen. And if he goes forward, I still win the queen. So I don't see the issue with that. I go here. Either, I think, yeah, he gets checkmate either way. Yeah, so the queen will come in here. The knight is guarding the square. The queen comes here. It's guarding these 2 squares as well. It's time for you to attack. To move in and attack the king. If I only have the queen needs more help. So one idea would be to come here, here, attacking the queen, and then if I go here, that would be mate. I'm trying to see if there's a faster way. There's also A4, A3. So that's also 3 moves. I go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know which one's better. Or this might be even better. I take this pawn, and this is threatening checkmate. So I take this. Maybe he'll throw in some checks, and I'll have to try to escape. So let's say I take this, threatening checkmate. He might, yeah, even if, how many moves this is required to mate, it doesn't tell you. It just says to, it doesn't even say that it's unlimited, but usually it's not too many moves. So, and a lot of these puzzles, you don't even have to go for mate. So, basically, you just want to try to have a winning position. So right now, if you look at the material, we both have a queen, we both have 2 rooks, but he does have an extra bishop. So if he were to trade everything, and he also has like a lot of pawns, he's got like 7 pawns. If we were to trade everything, he'd be up an extra bishop. The bishop would come and eat all of my pawns, and then he'll be able to make a queen. So right now, the goal is just to win the position, like, because these positions are very critical, so they're very time sensitive too, so I have to act very fast and very accurate. So right now, I do have a big attack against the king because the king has no squares. So I do need more than just the queen to checkmate the king. So one idea I have, my first idea, which seems a little bit slow, is bringing the rook around like this, 1, 2, 3, and then this will checkmate the king because the king already has no squares, so any check and the king can't move anywhere. But this is faster. That's 3 moves. This is 1, 2, 3, and here this is 2 moves. So that's even more pressure on the king, which I like better. Now the thing is, once I take this pawn, the opponent's gonna have some counterplay. So I take this, and now I can't just stop calculating there. I have to see what happens if my opponent decides to keep checking me. So I take, and let's say my opponent checks me. I have to do something about it. So maybe I come here. Maybe he checks me again. Maybe I come here, and then he runs out of checks. So once he runs out of checks, he also might be able to push this pawn, because once I take this pawn will be able to come here. So I do have to keep that in mind. I just have to find a safe square for my king. I think I could start with this because I think this is the fastest way. Oh, he came with bishop check. I wasn't expecting that. That is a good move because the queen is blocking in the king. I don't have anything to block. I have to move the king. So these squares are all taken. I think if I go here, he takes this with check. And if I go here, he takes this with check too. So I'd have to decide which one's better. So let's say I go here, he takes this. I get mated actually because the bishop is blocking me off. No, I don't get mated. But it feels like I'm getting checked a lot. I go here, he takes. I go here, he comes here. And then I think anywhere I go, this is mate. Like, I don't know, I'm getting squished here. And maybe here, the bishop is eyeing this whole diagonal. If I'm over here and the queen is here, then this is a deadly diagonal. So maybe I want to try to squeeze in like over here or something like that. I don't feel like going here. There's no blocking or anything like that, so I'm just kind of moving away in this direction anyway. Alright. So I'm trying to escape. Maybe here is a good square. Because if I go here and he checks me, I can just block. So I go here. Yeah, if he keeps checking me, I'm gonna go here. This queen is guarding the square. It gives me this check. I have this pawn chain here. And then I basically did all of that so that he has no counterplay against this checkmate. It says, oh no, you can win material. We both have a rook, and this pawn's very close to promotion. So I'm trying to promote this pawn to make a queen. Either that or some kind of checkmate. So let's see, I can go here, and then he moves his king here, because if he goes away, let's say if he goes here, I can come here, and then threaten to promote a queen. His rook is gonna come back to try to defend too. So I go here. I think if I go here, I'm threatening check and then for making a queen. So I go here. He brings his rook back to defend. I push this pawn. He sacrifices his rook, and I take his rook, and I'm up a rook. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come here. He's gonna bring his rook here. I'm gonna push this pawn. He's gonna take, and I'm gonna take his rook defended by the king. And these two pawns cannot promote. Okay. Do I see a way to win material? We both have a knight. We both have a bishop. And we both have a rook. So I could exchange, but what would I gain from that exchange? This rook is this knight is doing a nice job blocking in this rook, which isn't really threatening anything because the queen is also blocked in. This is a very close position. There's a lot of pawns just walling each other out, and the pieces have less mobility. So now the question is, how do I convert something? Like, I don't see much of an attack myself. Like, I see it in exchange, but why would I do that? Let's see, I could go here. He has to do something about this. So maybe. So I go here, he's got to do something. So if he takes, and then I take, this knight is under attack. So if he takes, and then I take, I think that's the way to go. So I take his queen, of course. If he moves a knight, I pick up the bishop. Let's analyze this. That was a pretty hard puzzle actually, because it wasn't really clear like how to make progress. But I gave him a problem to solve. So if I go here, right? Idea is that if I go here, if he takes and I take back, if he decides to move the knight, I pick up the bishop because now the knight is no longer defending the bishop. And if he decides, okay, I don't want to lose material, so I'm going to take the bishop first, right? Then I take this knight, and he could move the bishop back, but now I'm winning a bunch of pawns. So I come here. If he decides like, I'm going to attack your knight, I do have this check. So if he moves somewhere, I take this and I'm still defending this pawn. Maybe, wait, is that not best? F3. I could even like ignore this pawn because I'm threatening to promote this. So if he takes this, I can go here, sacrificing the knight. If he takes this, I make a queen. So yeah, I'm promoting my pawns basically. So I gave him a problem to solve, and that won me a piece. Okay. Let's see. You're in a critical position. Try to win material. We both have 4 minor pieces. Wait, I have 3 minor pieces. One, I'm missing a bishop. He's got both bishops and both knights. There's this tension between these 2 queens, but the queen is also defended by this bishop. So basically this king is suffocating. So I want to go here and here, but this knight is also guarding this square. So I have to find a way through. This bishop isn't really in the game. This rook is out of the game. This pawn would be weak if it wasn't for this knight. Hard to make progress here. I can come here and threaten mate. And he has to do something about that. I think that's a good question to ask. So I come here, threatening mate. What does he do? Let's see. Maybe he plays Queen F8, and then I don't have anything. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. He plays Queen F8, and I don't have anything. So let's see what I missed. I didn't really see another way through. Let's go to the analysis. So he didn't have an answer to, yeah, I didn't see that. Let's see. Let's see what went wrong. Knight G5. Interesting. So... Interesting. If I play Knight G5... Wait, Knight G5? That's weird because I feel like I'm just giving up a knight. Oh, interesting. Oh, so I literally had the right idea, right? But it was unprepared. So my idea was going back. If I play Knight H5, the problem he has Queen F8, and it would be nice if I could play Knight F6 check, but his knight will take, right? So I had to like prepare the chicken before eating it. So what I had to do was I played Knight G5, which seems kind of awkward because it's like, okay, obviously he's gonna do something. If he does nothing, even though this is not the fastest mate, you know, I'm winning a free rook. And after like Knight F5, distracting the bishop, if he takes this is mate. So, and this knight is a problem because this is walling out the king and I'm threatening Queen H8 mate. So, by playing this move first, and then playing Knight H5, which is what I had in mind, after the queen comes back to F8, now I have this Knight F6 check because now this knight is no longer here. And the king has no squares, and that's just checkmate. So I had the right idea, it's just the wrong execution. Okay, I'm in check, so I think literally... I do have to question. Okay, so if I can't go here, I have literally two moves. I can go here or here. Now if I go here, my king is out in the open, so he does have bishop b7 check. And let's see, this queen is blocking all these squares. If I take this pawn, bishop b7 check, and I go back here, and I think I'm getting mated with like queen g3 check, so I might not be able to take this pawn. Yeah, these puzzles are kind of tricky. I take this, but then this bishop comes alive. But then maybe I block with the knight. Let's see. I take this pawn because I don't want to leave this pawn either, because if I go here, he's got this check, and once I come here, I'm not sure what he does actually. Let's say I go here. I mean, I don't know why I would leave this, but I do have to ask, you know, just in case. Here. If he promotes to a queen, my queen takes. Yeah, and we just trade. He also could be annoying. Let's say if I go here, he could play this check, and if I was to go back, he has this check. I don't know. Hard to say. I think this is like some kind of perpetual. I do want to take the pawn. I think this is okay even if I was to sack the knight because this pawn is promoting. I'm having a really hard time deciding. I'm I'm gonna take because I'm only because I'm blocking with the knight. If I didn't have this knight block, I wouldn't take. Okay, so I don't know what was wrong with the other move, so I do want to check that. So I mean, even though it might seem obvious to take the pawn because it's promoting, like it is a blockade. Like if I don't take this, this bishop doesn't come alive. So let's say I go here. What is wrong with this? So if I go here, I didn't see what he would do. Let's see, even the computer is like fluctuating. So if I go here, King H2, Queen H1 check. I missed this move. He can't promote to a queen because after takes, wait, what? Yeah, takes. He can't stop this promotion. If he goes here, I just take this with check, and then he comes here, I promote to a queen. So what I missed was after here, he plays Queen H1 check, kicking out my king, and he takes this with check. After my queen is under attack, so I have to give up my queen. He takes this with check, and I'm down a queen, and I lose the puzzle. Okay. Look closely, the winning move is ready to play. These two squares are boxed in. I don't know how I'm going to take control of this square. If I have a light squared bishop, this bishop will never be able to attack this square. This pawn can't, like, if I push it forward or two spaces forward, this pawn will never control this square. So the only way to control this square would be with my rook. My rook would go here, and then I can push this pawn. So I think I have to play something like this so that I can box in the king and then play pawn g6 mate. If I play this first, the king goes here and then the king's escaping. I can't control these two squares with the rook. The rook is not a diagonal piece. So I think this is the first move. And then he sacks the rook. 30-second bullet? I'm gonna have to decline. Like sometimes I lag on my stream, so like it's kinda hard to it's hard to play 30-second. I'm gonna have to decline this. I think I'm enjoying doing puzzles today. But if you want another time, we'll play bullet. Bullet is kind of crazy. I'm just relaxing right now. Yeah, so Kwame, there's like 1 minute chess. And I think I'm not lagging too bad, so I can try it. I'll show you. This will be for you. Win or lose, this is for you. So I can play online. Oh, and oh no, this is you, Kwame. No, someone was sending me a challenge, so I didn't want to play them. But they were sending me 30 seconds for the whole game, so that's a little bit much. But when I play Bullet, this is a 1 minute game. So we both have 1 minute to play the whole game. Okay. I do have other videos where I do play Bullet, where I'm playing like 1 minute for the whole game. But it's again like I'm like super focused and I can't really like chat with you while I'm playing the game because like I'm so into the game. Yeah, 1 minute for the whole game. Not even 1 minute for every move. 1 minute for the whole game. Yeah, it doesn't take too long. So you know what I'll do? I'll do a 1 minute game for you. Not sure if I'll be able to win, but we'll try. And I'm just like going in and I'm not even thinking. I'm just letting whatever comes to my mind go. So I'll do one game for you. Let's see. Hopefully I don't lag. I'm facing a candidate. It does feel a little bit laggy, but I think it's okay. It's playable. I'm still up on time. I'll just make empty threats, but they'll defend it. I have this outpost I can take. Maybe the bishop will take. I'll push this pawn. I do want to guard this square. Oh, that's a good move. Yeah, I'll come here. I'll come here and oh, that's a nice move. Oh, no, I gave up. That's losing. I gave up the the rook with check. So, but yeah, you get the idea. That's how the game looks like. Yeah. I think I was doing okay up until that point. No, it's tough. No, not much time to think. No, and sometimes they do blunder like that. So, I think I would have been okay if I would have taken this rook first. If I take this rook first, then I could take this pawn. I think I was still in a worse position though. But yeah, sometimes it takes a few games just to get into the rhythm. We can still analyze this game though. See what happened. I played like very boxy. I wasn't going too much, but yeah. Okay, it's pretty much equal. There's not much happening here. I could have played more aggressively with d5 because I could just take the center. But my opponent correctly played e4 when I didn't take the center. Now d5 is a mistake. So then my opponent played good principal chess here, controlling the center. My opponent has a lot more space than I do. So this is a free pawn because this is attacked twice and defended once. So I could just win this pawn for free. But I didn't see that. What I saw was like this is kind of a nice outpost, except the bishop takes, but I did miss an opportunity to win a pawn. So I have some kind of center, so I'm kind of equalizing a bit. And I was just blind this whole game to winning this pawn. Oh, I could have blocked the queen. Let's see, if I do this, if the rook takes, the queen cannot take because the rook is defending this pawn. So if the rook takes, I guess I can go here because now I think so. And this is very tricky. It's not. I would probably never play this move. Oh yeah, no, winning the pawn is very important because this pawn is a thorn. Like, this pawn can support this knight if it ever jumps to here. This pawn can promote to a queen, so I need to get rid of this pawn. So let's see, I don't know why sacking this pawn is good. It gives me just enough time to take this knight. So if he takes my rook, I take the rook back. And this rook doesn't have enough time to add pressure to this rook. So if he tries to, let's say, come here, I can move out the way, unpinning the rook. If he takes back, this is okay. I can just take, now I can take this pawn and then we're okay. But yeah, I made a mistake. So even here, even though I was, even though we both have two rooks and a minor piece. I have 4 pawns, right? And he's got 6 pawns, or rather she has 6 pawns. So if we trade everything, these 2 pawns are coming down like an avalanche and they're gonna make a queen. Yeah. So let's see, if I go here, it takes back. even if I can't take this pawn yet because now this bishop is pinned to the rook, so now she has pressure here, and I can't defend this bishop, and I lose another piece. So I will be down 2 pawns. I can't win and make it 1 pawn. Wait, maybe I can go like this. Let's see, I could win like that if I take with the rook first. But you know, another problem is when you're playing a bullet game. Now this bishop is very predictable because this bishop is on a dark square. So if my opponent moved all their pieces on light squares, my bishop will never be able to attack any of those pawns. And then this knight would be very tricky, changing colors every time it moves. So every time it moves, it goes from a light square to a dark square to a light square. And it's very tricky in a 1 minute game. Anyway, we'll go back to puzzles. I'll save the bullet for another time. Alright, looks like my bishop is in trouble. It is defended twice. I want to play... If I was to sack the rook twice, like let's say rook takes, knight takes, rook takes, the knight can't take back because the queen is hanging. So at some point, let's say he takes once. Let's say either way. Probably this way first, because if he takes this way, I take the queen. So let's say takes, takes, takes. If the king goes here or here, queen here is mate. But if the king goes here, now the rook does not see the bishop, and I can take the bishop. So let's see, takes, takes, takes. The king has to go here. The queen is still guarding the bishop, so there's still 1, 2 defenders. If I take with the knight first, the rook can take, and this has a lot of defenders. The knight is guarding here, the knight is guarding here, the queen and rook will be guarding here. So I am leaning towards just sacking the rooks here. I don't really know though. Takes, takes, takes. King here. I guess if I take with the knight and the queen takes, then my queen can come here. But no, this knight is still there. Wait, I think I'm missing something. Let's see. Here? Here? I'm missing something here. I know rook check because the bishop is pinned to the queen. So I can go here. Let's say I play this rook check. The king has to go here. And then what? Let's say I play bishop check. The knight cannot take because then I'll take the queen. And if the king goes here, wait, I think 1, 2. This is attack 3 times. 1, 1, 2, 3, and this is 1, 2. So maybe I could just take this with check. I think I missed that, yeah. Yeah, because if the queen takes back, I take this, and this is defended by the knight. So I win a queen. I want to go... If I go here, the rook will take the pawn. So if I go here, I'm blocking the rook, so that I can promote. He's gonna play rook b1, checking my king. So I have to do something about that. Also, not only checking my king, but if my king moves, which it can't right now, if it did move, now there's two attackers on this pawn. I don't see the idea here. Let me see. Maybe I could play rook b5, preventing. So if I play rook b5 and he promotes, I sack my rook, and if he takes back, I make a queen. But that doesn't answer. So I go here. Let's say he does nothing, because that doesn't what do you call it? That doesn't stop him from taking my pawn, right? So I'm trying to go here, here, and then promote the pawn. But then, like, he could sack his rook, and if I take back, he makes a queen with check. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I do have an extra pawn though, so if I go here, if he makes a queen, I think I have to go there. So he makes a queen, I take, he takes back. Okay, he took back, and I make a queen. But the problem is I do have an extra pawn. So if he plays if he sacks his rook for the pawn, no, actually the puzzles are based on my rating. So the more puzzles I solve correctly, the harder the puzzles become. Okay, so he went here, right? Say he plays rook h1, and I went rook b5. Let's say he sacks his rook for my pawn, and I take back. Actually, wait, maybe that's not a good example. But I thought maybe even if I don't know what I'm missing here. Wait. Yeah, I guess that's it. I thought maybe, like, if we both lost our rooks, this pawn will promote to a queen. But I guess not even that. Yeah. I mean, even if he sacks this, I still have a rook, so I guess it didn't really matter. Maybe I was overthinking it. Let's see. So this says kind of find a way to win a bishop. We both have two rooks, right? I have an extra piece. I have a knight and a bishop. No, he has a knight and a bishop too, so we both have equal pieces. I don't know. The bishop is over here and it's defended by a rook, so I wouldn't see a way to win it. Also, I'm down a queen actually. That's a big problem. So I'm down a queen. I have to act fast. I could take his queen, and I don't have a check, so I don't know why I wouldn't take his queen first. Right? So, I mean, like, let's say if I take his rook, he's gonna move his queen out the way, and that would be a problem. At least I think it would be. If he went here, I would play check. if I take this, I'm also attacking his rook. So let's say I go here. I think this is a good capture. Now, which rook do I want to capture? I don't like that his rook feels kind of active here, so let's see. Right now, he's still up a rook, right? So what if I take this rook? Even if he moved out the way, like he went here, I would take his bishop, and if he takes back, I take the knight. So the nice thing about this knight is it's attacking two pieces, so the rook doesn't really have a good square. Whereas if I take this knight now, the rook can move out the way, and even trap this knight because this knight's in the corner. So now I can, instead of taking this knight first, because then he just takes my knight back, I can take his bishop, and when he takes back, I take his knight. Do I see a way to win his rook? No, not at all. It's defended by a pawn. Unless he's talking about this rook. So, let's say check. And if he moves his king, I take his rook, but then he takes my queen. So, I have to do something about that. I can act fast and take his knight now. So that when he takes, then I can come here and take the rook. If I pin, it doesn't do much. Let's say the rook is pinning the knight to the king. He can just push a pawn, right? And now the king also has an escape square. I think I want to just take the knight. Now if I come here, I win the rook. Can I say a way to win material? We both have 4 minor pieces. We both have basically all of our pieces, all of our pawns. If I come here, there's almost like this triangulation. So this knight comes here. I have 2 attackers on this bishop. So if he takes my bishop, this knight will come back and take the bishop. And if he takes my knight, I have 2 attackers on here. So he takes. He takes, and I take his bishop. He takes my bishop, but then I take his bishop, attacking his queen. He takes back, and I take his knight. So I'm gonna go here. He goes here. Now I don't want to take here because then he takes my bishop. So I'm gonna take his bishop, and then when he takes back, I take his knight, and I'm up on a knight. Okay. I don't have a queen. He says his rook is in trouble. I mean, how? I mean, I can take it, but his queen seems very active. I mean, his rook is defending the back rank. I could take, and then he takes this, attacking 2 pieces. His king seems kind of safe. It's tucked in here. Or even I take, and he just takes my bishop. I could take his bishop first, and then take his. Let's say I take the bishop. He takes my bishop. I take his knight. I guess that's okay. Also, if I take this bishop, he doesn't have an attack like moving his rook here, because the bishop will just come back and take. And if he tries to go here, the bishop will take. So I think I can start with bishop takes bishop. And then knight takes rook. Now I don't know what to do here. I'm thinking rook d1. Because if I move the knight, he takes the bishop. So if I play rook d1, the rook will defend the knight, which is defending the bishop. If he plays a check, I just tuck in here. Alright, we're trying to climb to 2200. His rook is vulnerable. I mean, the knight is not really defending the rook because it's pinned to the queen. So if I was to play something like rook takes knight, he wouldn't take with the knight because the queen would be lost. So rook takes knight, queen takes, but then the queen is defending the rook. Or I could play rook g3, threatening to take this knight with check on the king, and that would win the queen. So if I played rook g3, and he played like king here, I don't know. Rook g3, king g7. If I take the rook and he takes back, I take the queen. Maybe something like that. I think I messed something up there. Yeah, it wasn't that clear to me. Okay. I have water here too. It's good to have water. Let's see, he went here. Bishop takes f6. Oh, bishop takes f6 after knight takes. Now I have this check. Oh no, wait, what? It's double pinned. Wait. Would I play that? No. Rook g3 check. Oh, okay, I missed that. I did miss that. Oh, welcome back. Alright, so I was just looking at that last puzzle, which I got wrong. Yeah, so we were here, right? I was supposed to play bishop takes f6. And then from here, I play rook g3 check. And I win the rook. So I could win the rook like this. Maybe yeah, it goes there, I just take. Alright. Okay, so he has 2 rooks and I have 1. This rook is guarded by the queen. I would like to bring my knight into the game, but I don't really see how yet. I'm trying to come up with ideas. There's rook here because it's guarded by the knight, and it is x-raying this rook. He doesn't have rook check because the queen is guarding this square. He doesn't have queen check because the queen is guarding the square. I think I'm gonna go with that. So I could take his queen, he takes my queen, I take his rook with check, and I'm up a knight. These knights are defending each other, so this knight is under attack, But also if I move the knight, he can take this. So I might even sack the knight. I think I'm trying to checkmate the king, so this pawn is blocking here, here. This rook is guarding here. The king has no squares. It's very close. Like, knight check might be interesting. The king can't go here. If I play knight check and sack the knight is defending this pawn. So then I could play like rook here. So let's see, knight check, rook take, and king takes knight, rook check, king h4, rook h4 is mate. So no, I do want to move with check. So this knight is also can also attack this square here, pushing the king towards here. This pawn is guarding this square, so the king can't escape when the rook comes here, blocking this square. So knight check, rook check. This knight is guarding this pawn, and when the king comes here, rook is mate. And the king cannot come here. It was hard to see, but I went with that because it was a check. So checks are the most forcing moves. The opponent has to respond to them. Yeah, always check for check. Yeah, checks are good because you limit your opponent's moves. Okay, black to move. You have great position. Find the move that wins. He's got a queen that's pretty much defending the position. I can't move this pawn because it's pinned to the king. Yeah, this pawn is pinned, so I have to do something about that. My queen is under attack from this bishop. I can throw in a check. Queen check. Let's see, this bishop is blocking these squares. The pawn is blocking this square. So at some point I have to block this square. So I have this is a dark squared bishop. So this bishop will never be able to check this king on a light square. I think my first move will be this check. The king might have to go back. I don't see it blocking. So it looks like a good first move. Okay. Now at some point, I'm thinking maybe just to go back here. So I go back here. The queen has no squares to block because I cover these three, which the queen can go to. And when the king goes back here, this is checkmate. So yeah, the queen went there, but that's still check. When the king goes here, this is mate. Because the bishop is guarding the queen. This knight is blocking the square. So this check is even more devastating. And the rook can't even move because it's pinned. So I think that's just straight up mate. I think that's just mate. If you play this right, you can win material. He does have a scary looking bishop to h6 because I can't take the pawn back because the queen is pinning this pawn. If he takes here, I just take with the bishop and I'm okay. He does have like knight here, but the bishop will take. I'm thinking, I don't see what's wrong with taking this and also attacking this knight too. Even if he went here, I could probably play g6 and sacrifice the rook. I think that's okay. Here, let's say he takes and I take back. He might play knight d5, attacking the queen and the bishop. The bishop goes to d8, defending the knight, the bishop here. I think that's okay. Now bishop takes to prevent mate. We have knight d5. I can't play here because then the knight will take, so I have to go to d8. Yeah, and there's no other attack. All right. Do I see a way to win the bishop? No. I can push this pawn, and if the queen takes, I take the bishop. So I'm looking at these three squares, right? The queen is guarding the bishop. So if I go here, the queen can still defend the bishop from here. But once I push b5, the queen can't stay on these three squares. And when the queen moves away, I take the bishop. So yeah, the queen moved out the way, I take the bishop. I didn't calculate past that. The knight only has one square. If it goes here, it gets taken. Here, taken by bishop or pawn. I only have one square. I don't know why that was included in the puzzle. Let's see. Can I figure out how to win material? We both have two rooks. We both have. Well, we both have a bishop, but he has an extra knight. This bishop is pinned by the queen. I would like to go here and here, but even then, this knight is defending. I mean, there's a lot of moves too. Here, I can kick the knight with this pawn, so the knight's not defending. But that's a lot of moves. Maybe there's another way. I can try it here and here, and then here. Here, maybe the knight goes here. Over here, takes. So if I push, takes, and then knight takes back. And I think white is okay. I don't know what to do here. I feel like I have to push a pawn. That's what I'm feeling. I might go for it. Let's see. I push a pawn. It's just my gut feeling. I wanted to go here because I wanted queen check. But like I said, I was calculating here, takes. Oh wait. If I push and he takes, I fork the rook and the king. So let's say he has to go this way. And if It looks interesting. So he has to go this way because the other way would have lost a rook. The queen can't take because the rook is defending. If I take, he can take with the knight. Yeah, I think I'll take anyway. Oh, he took with the pawn. I do want to analyze what happens if he takes with the knight. So this check here. Oh, he took with the queen. Yeah, I feel like I didn't see all the lines there, so I do want to see what happened. Let's see, I pushed this pawn. I said he couldn't take because of the fork. So I was like, what happens if knight takes? Oh yeah? That's funny. That's funny. So, let's see. Rook d7 pins the knight. Let's say black does not, white does nothing, right? I'm threatening rook takes d4, and after pawn takes. Oh yeah, that's right. I sack because after this, there's this check. If he goes here, and this takes, for example, I can make a queen. But I would do something first. Queen takes f2. So this is not even the best move. It's queen a1 check. After king e2, I take this with check. And if white takes the pass pawn, this is mate. Because the bishop is guarding the square. That's funny. It's just that the vibe, right? I get that. That's funny. Alright. I got seven in a row right so far. I think that's what I was going for. I was going for like chill and stimulating. Okay, I'm close to checkmate. The bishop is blocking these squares. I can bring the queen here and threaten mate. Or I could immediately throw in a check. I think I like moving the queen here. Let's say I play queen d4. Let's say he plays rook f1, defending against checkmate. I think I need to guard the square. Oh, tell Pavi I said hi too. Let's see, if I go here, and he goes here, this is mate. If I go here, let's say queen h4, pushes the pawn. Then I can go here, threatening mate and the rook. It looks pretty good. I don't know if I'm missing anything. Okay. Queen h4, g3. I like queen h3 here. Oh, what am I missing? Wait, what did I miss? Let me see, wait. Maybe there's a better move. I have this check. If he went here, this is like basically not quite mate because he's got king e2. But then I have this check. Maybe I throw in this check here, right? And what happens after here? I think after here, knight here is mate. Okay. Yeah, after here, knight here is mate. So I missed that. I got a little bit careless. Okay. My idea is to... I see this check here, but also my queen's under attack too. So knight check. Oh, nice. Alright, let's see. Knight check. I don't know what to do with my queen. My queen's under attack. How am I supposed to guide this? I mean, the only way to guide my pawn to the back rank is to let my queen be captured, and then the pawn takes back, threatening to make a queen. And then the rook blocks, and somehow I make a queen. That's the only way. I don't know how I'm supposed to do all that. Let's see. I have this knight check. Let's say I go here. I don't know. I do like winning the queen, unless it's a capture fest, like here, 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 here. Because if I take his queen, he has to take my queen, right? Like, that's his reply. It's like eye for an eye, right? So I go here, I take his queen, he's got to take my queen. Now my queen's close to promoting. And then I'm attacking his rook, I'm attacking his bishop. I think I'm gonna just go for it. So I take his queen, eye for an eye. And if he takes this, then I take this bishop, I take his bishop, and I have too much material. Okay. Finish the game with checkmate. I only have a queen, so I don't know how am I supposed to do that. I can play check, and then the king goes here, and if I push this pawn, he'll take it. So I feel like the king is escaping if I do that. So what I have in mind is to play c6 first, preparing this check so that the king can't escape. So if I play this, let's say he moves the rook out the way, let's say the a8. It doesn't matter because when I go here, the king is boxed in. And the queen doesn't have a good check for the king. So it's not like the queen can come here and check the king. So I'm gonna play c6 first. It just gives up the queen. Can't stop queen h8 mate. I think I had this puzzle before, something like this. So the idea is, if I play rook here, threatening to promote, he takes his pawn, I come back around, check, and I win the rook. And I have to go here and not here, because if I go here, he can just move his king and attack my rook. So I don't want to give him the chance to move his king. If he does that, I still yeah, I still check the king. At least I think, right? I go here. He also has, wait. Is this checkmate? I have to be careful. No, that's not, because king escapes. So I just want to see what is wrong with this move. Like I said, rook here. I mean, king here, right? And if I go here, king there. Yes, I'm just gonna go here. I was not expecting that at all. No, I was not expecting that. I think I could just play king e7, and it's okay. And I win the rook. Yeah, okay. Do I see a way to win material? I can sacrifice my knight, sack the knight. If queen takes, I pin the queen to the king. That's the first thing I see. Let's say I play here, he can't come here. I don't know, I just want a pawn. And if the bishop blocks, then I take and the pawn is defending the rook. If I push, king comes here and I lose my pawn. So maybe the king has to come around like this and try to promote this pawn. Also keeping an eye on these two pawns, because if these two pawns go together, then I take, he takes, and then he makes a queen himself. So I can't go all the way around here. That's gonna take way too long. So I think I'm gonna have to play king f here, f5. If I go here, he goes here, and then I go here. Let's say here, 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 here. That's funny. If I went here and you went here, I guess I can push. I'm trying to figure out which is better. Here, 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 here. It's kind of annoying because then I can't push anymore. So I think I do want to play king here first. Yeah, as long as I don't let his king block. Yeah, that's fine. I come here and I make a queen. Oh, thanks, Kwame. Alright. Checkmate if you play carefully. No, I played reckless, so I'm just gonna go here and hope that that's checkmate. Okay, I'm down a lot of material. He's got 2 rooks. I have a knight for 2 rooks. That's not good. If I go here, he comes here, and I don't think I have anything. Oh, thanks. Let's see. I come here. I think this is the only move. Then I sacrifice the bishop. He takes the bishop back. I take this. He goes back here, and then queen h6 is mate. Okay, we're gonna play this out. Queen h6 mate. Here. I take here, sacrificing the bishop. I take this pawn. Knight is defending the pawn. After here, queen h6 mate. Okay, so the hat is a squid. Yeah, it's a squid. Oh yeah, you remember? Sam, you have to explain how you know Kwame then. Not quite. Dang, first and last, the whole government name. I want to play rook check, and after king here, I push this pawn, and I see this rook. Yeah, so I mean, I met Kwame in Bronx Science. We had like a little handball and basketball crew. So we used to play basketball with Kwame. We used to just throw him all the balls because he could rebound everything. So we would have teams with him, and then we had one guy named Muhammad. He was pretty tall too. So they would usually be the team captains when we play basketball. That's funny. I think it was through playing basketball. Or maybe we had a class together or something like that. I think we used to meet up at like in Harlem to play basketball. I remember meeting up in Harlem by like 138. There was a basketball court there. Yeah, we didn't, right? I don't remember having a class. Oh, does she? That's funny. I didn't know this until now. Unless it's your sister-in-law. Is that what you mean? She talks to me every day. That's funny. Yeah, I don't remember playing basketball in gym class. Like, it was mostly outside. Oh, this is David. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Let's see, do I sack the queen? Because I'm attacking his queen? I think I want to. Because I'm up material, right? No, I'm not. We both have 3 minor pieces. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I was just there. I don't want to miss a chance to capture this queen, so I think I want to take the take. I miss. Let's see. there was something here. If I go here, I get checked. I don't know, man. Oh man. I don't know how much sense all this makes. I feel like there's more pressure, but let's see if we go like this. That's funny. I don't know how I merged up a piece. So he's a sax. Yeah, I guess. That's funny. There were 5 in a class. My class had 5 Kevins. No, I don't want to name my kid Kevin. That's funny. Better chance of getting into Bronx Science. That's crazy. Let's see. What? Why am I down a bishop? I go here. I guess he has to take. This is interesting. I don't have a check, so I think I have to like go for a trade. If I take and take, here he just takes, and here he just. That's crazy. Oh, Manny would destroy him in chess. Oh, I see. Wait. Let's see. What was wrong with the other one? I have to analyze this. Take his girl and make him pay. That's crazy. You're crazy, David. Oh, sure. Oh, thank you. I have a new subscriber. Let's see. That's funny. I don't know what was wrong with b5. I thought that was good, but I guess here is a problem. If I take here, bishop, wow. And I can't take because the queen. If I take here, king takes. So all I have is this. King takes. A7. Is this a draw? I don't know, it's complicated. But I think it's much cleaner to go the other way. Yeah, this way. Yeah. Yeah. I've been streaming for 3 hours. Isn't that crazy? That's the longest I've ever streamed. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? It's 8:29. Okay, it's not too late. Yeah, I've been here 3 hours. I'm trying to exit this window. Yeah, the hat's cool. Weak sauce. Oh yeah, but that's the most I've ever done. Like I work 9 hours, and then if I'm online 3 hours. Yeah, I'm so manly, right? You see?
To me, those names sound ominous, like a magic spell that unlocks an old
That's funny.
door that should stay closed.
I mean, I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it, but like, I'm not used to being online for a long time. I get tired. Let's see. Apparently, queen. So, this move here is like the losing move. Apparently, I do get tired. I do get tired, Sam. Oh wait, this is David. Yeah, I do get tired. Let's see, do I sack my rook? Let's see, I go here. He takes this. I go here. And I'm just threatening checkmate. No. I'm not in love. I think I go here and I'm okay. I'm gonna sack the rook. Do I love anyone? I mean, not like that. Don't tell them my secrets, Kwame. I'm down 2 pieces. No, I didn't. No. That's funny. I have to take this pawn. But which square do I go to? Does it matter? If I go here, bishop here might be annoying. It doesn't mean that I was saying that we should marry. I was just saying that the bar was pretty low. I don't know, man. I thought the real downside was that I was short and there was this guy that was even shorter, so it's like, wow. No, I don't love anyone. Let's see. Where do I go? Do I play here and then bishop here? And then I can't even go back here? I don't like that. I think I have to go here. We'll find out. I don't know. Could be in trouble if I capture. Maybe I just capture the knight. I take the knight. He takes back. this check, I win the queen. Is the material equal? Yeah, I think I'm just up material if I do that. If I take and he sacks the queen, I take and he can't take my queen. Slightly. You've known me slightly longer. We had the same homeroom. Actually, did we all have the same homeroom? Because, no, maybe. I don't think Kwame was in our homeroom. No, I think Kwame was in a different homeroom, so yeah, I've known David longer. No, I think Kwame's not from the Bronx. I think we had Mr. Farley. We had the F-Man. It was like a tall guy with glasses. He was a physics teacher. Oh yeah, the King of the Bronx is in our room. I'm in check right now, so I should probably do something about it. What do I do? I take this, and then he takes that, I'm still in check. I come here, and then... I don't like that. Yeah, I don't think we had the same homeroom. It's been a while. We haven't been in homeroom in... How long? It's been over half our lives. Let's see. I don't know. Takes. He takes back. I go here. He checks me. I go here. That's like basically mate. I go here. I don't know. I don't like going forward either. Then if I go forward, I think knight comes here and that's mate. So I think I have to take this. If I come here, this knight comes with check, and then I come here, and then this is not mate. But I don't want the knight coming in. This knight with check. I'm overthinking. No. I can take it long. Do what my heart tells me to do. What do I want? I go here and I have extra space for the king, so I think I like that. Yeah. Okay. Try to reach a position where pawn promotion is inevitable. Okay. I would take this, and if he takes back, I make a queen. But that's not what's gonna happen because I'm gonna take here, and then he's gonna take here, and then when I go here, I get mated. So that's a problem. I don't like that at all. And I guess I have this check, which protects this pawn. And then when he moves out the way, then I can take the knight. I kind of like that idea. But why not this check? No, this is not a check. That's the thing. This is only the check. I think I like this check. I had to stop this move. Your pawn could find the back rank soon. How? He can push and then queen and bishop eye the square. So that's a problem. And if I push and he pushes, I don't know how I'm getting rid of this bishop. could sack my queen. Push, sack. He takes. I go here, and then the rook is gonna stop this anyway. I don't know where promote went. I don't know. Maybe he goes back and forth. It is getting pretty late too, right? Maybe. Maybe he's still around. Let's see. My pawn could find the back ring. Or if I take this, then he doesn't have time to push because I take this with check. But then I need to promote this pawn. I don't understand. How am I supposed to promote this pawn? Oh yeah, that's right. It is earlier. Yeah, you have a good point there. I didn't think about that. Let me see. What do I do? I don't know what to do. No, I didn't say I'm gonna promote this pawn. I'm gonna promote this pawn. But like, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of stuck. Let's say I push, and he pushes. Take the pawn. I take. But how am I supposed to promote the pawn if I take it? If I take it and he takes, he's blockading this pawn. I don't see what I'm doing here. It's not making any sense. Well, if I push, he pushes. Maybe I can't just take. Unless I push, he takes. I push here, blocking this, and I try to promote this pawn. I might as well go for that. Maybe you were right to take the pawn. Let's see, what if I take? Apparently, yeah, you're right. You see, I have to go with my heart. I didn't go with my heart. What do I do? Wait, I don't even know how to defend this. How do I defend that? Do I guess I don't defend that. I don't defend it. I just let it happen. Wait, I don't understand. What was wrong with when I was here, right? What was wrong with taking? I don't understand. Queen c5 check. Oh. And if I go here, check. Maybe takes. Check. Check. Mate. I missed that whole thing. See, I should have taken the pawn. David's better at chess than me. Oh yeah. Let's see. Check. I can't go here because the knight is defending. So check. Yeah. I think I like check. If the knight blocks, check. If the rook blocks, check. And if the king takes, I take the knight. Yeah. So he blocked with the knight. Rook check. threatening to take the knight. He blocks with the rook. I take the rook. He takes the rook, and I take the knight. And okay, I'm gonna play somebody. I think 10 minutes is okay. Some potato dude. Okay. Yeah, 10 minutes is also, I guess, kind of chill. Chill enough. Alright. E4. E5. I guess I play standard. Knight F3. Knight C6. Bishop C4 is the Italian. I'm scared. This guy knows too much theory. Do I go fried liver? Fried liver? Oh my god, look at all this theory. How can this guy be 362? He played it immediately. Right? I don't even remember. What do I do here? I think I just take Knight A5 or something? I don't know. He's going into the fried liver? What? Oh my god. Okay, fried liver. Oh my god. Fried liver. Queen F3 check. You see? Italian game fried liver. Queen F3 check. I think, yeah. I don't remember. What if I lose? Oh my god. I don't know how to play this. Fried liver. I don't even play fried liver. I'm kind of threatening the knight. I don't know. Alright, castle. I want to play good chess. This guy is just like. See, I played so many games that I don't remember what I played, but then it's like a flashback. Like I don't ever play the fried liver. I've seen videos many years ago. Okay. I guess checkmate is nice, right? This is a nice tactic, right? You go here, it's checkmate. Oh, that was a good game. I'm gonna play again. I guess so. I guess we'll play one more. I don't know what to expect. Can we play Petrov's defense? Okay, 4 knights. What are we doing here? 4 knights Scotch? Yeah, I won last game. It was checkmate. Okay, we're just going into theory. I don't know why this guy knows so much theory. Why does he know so much theory? Okay, B takes. This is all theory. Let's see, take. I think I just take here. Now the question is, do I play knight takes pawn? Yeah. If I play knight takes pawn, and then he plays like queen e2, I block with my queen, he plays like f3, I guess I can come back, and then I lose castling rights, but that's okay. If I'm too slow, you play f3. I think I'll take. Those are queen. I don't know. Then there's this right triangle here, so I don't know. That might be. I don't know. Right triangle. Check. If he takes, I take. He can't go here. If he takes, I take the rook. He goes here, I play check. If he goes here, I guess I can play check again, and it looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go check. I go here. I'm scared. I'm always scared. I don't have confidence. I'm gonna take the rook. Check. I think check is good. Check. I guess developing pieces are good. Check. I guess I'm gonna continue checking. Check. Also, the bishop is hanging. F3 check. Where's the king go? Okay, there's bishop check. The king can't go here. 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 The king will go here. And then maybe like this is mate. I think so. Costco? I haven't been thinking about Costco. I think this is mate. Okay, yeah, good game. Who knows, maybe Isaac Newton was scared. No. I don't like this bet. What if like Magnus comes online? Oh wait, I didn't. I think I saw this guy said thanks for playing, but I didn't get to respond. But I said GG's. Yeah, but just know that I acknowledge these games. No. Amazing. That was it. I'll probably stop at 9. I'll stop at 9 so that I can eat dinner. Yeah. This will be my longest stream so far. How are we gonna shop at Costco but there's no time for food? What kind of no. I can't think properly if I don't eat dinner. Lose a few pounds, that's so mean. Let me think. What if I just take this pawn, huh? I take this pawn, and if he does nothing, this is mate. But if he does take back, I have this check, and if he goes here, this is mate. Okay, I'm just gonna take this pawn. Yeah, if he takes this, he goes back, and that's mate. Alright, bye. Good night. Automod held a message for a reason, that's funny. Bullying. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, you can't stay in the booty apparently. Oh yeah, I'm kind of late. Don't mind me. I'm still getting used to it. I was focused on the game, you see? When I play the game, I can't even focus on the chat. I'll get better, I swear. Excuse me. What do I even do here? Check, and if he... No, I thought my queen was here. That's all the more reason for me to play this first. Because if he goes here, then I come here. Here. I can't draw arrows. Yeah. I'm gonna go here. I got it wrong. You see, this is what happens when you don't eat dinner. You start getting all your puzzles wrong. Let's see, what did I miss? Like, what if I push or something? I don't know. What am I supposed to do here? Is this... Wait. Maybe the king was gonna go here, so maybe I had the right idea by putting the queen here, but maybe I should have done this square. There you go. Because I guess if the king goes... I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, what if I go here, and then he goes here, and I go here. I guess rook blocks knight c e5, and if I take, yeah, I guess this is a draw. It's Manny time. Huh? Don't worry, we are looking. It's Manny time. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not a fast-paced game. Like, if it's 10 minutes, it's fine. But if it's like 1 minute, that's very difficult. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing chess for a long time, so it's like I'm getting better at chatting while playing, but at first it was very difficult. Let's see. Take the bishop. If he takes my rook, I take his queen. So I assume I take this. He goes here, threatening mate, and then I start crying. No, it does take a lot of skill. I'm not good at multitasking. This is not a skill of mine. What do I do? That's funny. Yeah, it's just you guys. Yeah, and I'm not even like rushing, so be better. Yes, this is why I'm doing these puzzles, to get better. Here, queen h6. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Oh, I see what to do. Okay, I take this knight, I take this bishop, and he can't come here because I have queen g5 check, and this knight is defending the queen, so we just trade queens, and I'm okay. And then I get 2 pieces for the rook. He comes here, queen h6, I have queen g5 check, take, and we take this, I take this. I have 3 pieces for a rook, actually. I'm thinking about food. That's what I'm thinking about. Thinking about the next meal. Here, then I take this pawn, and I win the rook. Okay, here the queen goes somewhere random. I take this bishop. He takes back. I take this pawn. He plays queen here, defending the rook with the knight's defense. And then I play bishop to b5, pinning the queen to the king. Alright, let's do this. Here, the queen goes there. I play queen takes b7, queen c6, and bishop b5 pins the queen. Bishop check. I know, bishop check and then I win the knight. I don't know. I don't see what's wrong with that. Yeah, what else? But I guess it depends how I win it, right? So if I was to play knight here, I guess queen here would be annoying. Might be annoying. I can't even take. He takes back. Or go here, he's got... That's not a real threat. Wait, take, check, and I go back? I think that's okay. This is okay. Alright. Find the right idea. I want to push, but rook h3 will stop promotion. So what I do is I play rook check, take. Oh, wait, I have to calculate this. Rook check, take, push. I get out the way. I play queen a1, and he doesn't make a queen. Oh, did I miss something? Wait, what? I think I have to protect the pawn? I don't know. Wait. Oh, I just have to be in the square. In the square to stop the pawn. So it's here. Did I miss something? I can't think straight. You see, I'm very sensitive. See, what did I miss? I don't know what I missed. I thought I had one extra move. I knew rook b5 was the right move. Here, if I go here, yeah, I just get skewered. I make a queen and he makes a queen, and somehow I did not calculate that queen takes queen. Alright, one last puzzle. I think it's like 9 o'clock, right? Yeah, it's 9:02. One last puzzle. Let's finish above 2200. Alright. Can I find a way to win the bishop? No, I can't think straight. It's time for bed. Yeah, that's what happens when you're over 30. It's just bedtime. The sun goes down and that's it. Here. Can I dream? What if he goes here, I take, and then he goes here, and I go here? That's a problem. Can I just careless to go here? I don't know, that doesn't accomplish anything. See, Kwame, I work at 6 AM, so I can't just stay up till 2 AM. Like, I'm on the computer all day, I can't be on the computer. Here, the bishop defends the rook. Here. Wait, here, bishop blocks, and then I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, my mind is frozen. Yeah. Easy. Wait, if I take here, you see I'm bugging out. If I take here, he just takes my queen. That's not good. If I go here, takes. I don't know. I'm gonna get this wrong. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. Take. Okay, I got it. I take. He takes. I check. He blocks. I take this rook. Wait, or he doesn't block and I take the rook. And I only got 2 points for that. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see you guys another time. Have a good night.